portal. He knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. I'll keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They're going to test the right side with this one. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. To the air, it's Jennings. Got his man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Guys, let's have a look at SMU. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Fires to the right. And wings it incomplete.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Out wide left, it's Knight. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
Wants to throw on 1st. Caught in the backfield. It's Knight. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
And that's this guy's third catch now on the drive, and I like how this offense just keeps going back to him. Look, if you're not going to cover him, we're going to keep throwing him the football. We don't have to overthink this thing, and as every completion happens, the quarterback is gaining more and more confidence in this guy.
The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. The run to the right. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Second down, gonna throw it. Fires to the middle. Between the hashes, it's Cooper. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Mustangs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He caught it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
There's so many offensive coordinators script those first 10 to 15 plays. Well, his has been gold. Great first drive, moving the ball down the field, now set up to punch it in. A first and goal situation. Opening drive masterpiece.
All over him immediately.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. No score on the board as this offense has used its ball control to dominate here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stat. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes. But fourth and short. Now, decision time, baby.
They're going to pass on taking the sure three here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Throw to the end zone, it's picked off. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And talk about a turn of events. 4th and goal, the defense is able to step up. They're not just going to swat this thing away, force the incompletion to get the offense back on the field. No, they're picking it off, and they're taking it all the way back for a touchdown. If they win this game, you're going to point back to that play right there as the play that made the difference.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. SMU's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Drops back, it's Jennings. Look out! They got him, great pressure by this defense.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
Find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The give is to Williams. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Moves the pocket. It's Hammond. Got his man. Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And Morton moves on, and when you watch Texas Tech, man, obviously the defense was so good. The running back spot, you could tell, really good. Multiple guys. Now they got more guys that can do it. It's all going to revolve around the quarterback spot. You saw Hammond tear his ACL a year ago. Looked really, really good when he was in there in spurts. He's coming back. Obviously, you have Francis coming in. There's some other guys that can play this spot, and this is the spot, Palmer, I think, where it all hinges on for Texas Tech.
If they can get back to the college football playoff and repeat as Big 12 champions, you're right. Baron Morton leaves some big shoes to fill. He's obviously now playing with the Patriots, but the good news is, whoever the new guy is, you don't got to do it by yourself. David, you mentioned the defense. They're going to be really good on that side of the ball. They had some great portal additions, especially up front. You know, in this offense, they're still going to be able to run the football. They've got a lot of talent returning in the backfield as well. I think whoever the new guy is, if you limit the mistakes, Texas Tech will continue to win.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Sells to fake. Oh, pressure's coming. Avoids pressure on the right. Fires downfield.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Tight end getting vertical. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Left side is Carter. There he goes. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary. Catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
The Red Raiders, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Running inside, it's Coleman Williams. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Here comes the heat. Right side, it's Danzy. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
This has been an outstanding job by this football team in the middle 8, right? The last 4 minutes of the first half, they score a touchdown, and here in the first 4 minutes of the second half, they score another. They've changed the scoreboard. They've changed the momentum. Their confidence right now is very, very high, but this is one of those areas situationally in a game coaches are always harping on, and they have executed perfectly.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
And finally, we see a little bit of that, which we talked about coming into this football game. Like, we highlighted him. He's a really good football player. They're going to feature him. He's going to make big plays. Today, the defense has absolutely shut him down. That was actually his longest carry of the day. They're going to need more of that from this offense.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. Right down the middle. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way. The 10. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. They get the timeout called here and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Absolutely center cut, and they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Hale. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. First up, a look at Michigan, taking on the number 12 team, the USC Trojans.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. Trying to set the tone with the run. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
They'll give it to him again. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On play action. Buying time to his right. He throws back to the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
Quarterback changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Out wide left, it's Simmons. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a 1st down. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to...
Snags it, and he's open. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. The give is to Williams. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Stepping to the right. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. The defense set them up with a turnover and now to try to cash it in. To the back. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Back to pass, it's Jennings. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Fires to the middle. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out, they're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The Mustangs will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And a sure tackle after the completion, and he stopped short.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got to have confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up, they bowed up, and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They're all over it. And it's a sack.
They're going to need more of that. They're down multiple possessions today. They need to create negative plays. They need to make plays behind the line of scrimmage, and finally they come away with their first sack.
Oh, the D has to be feeling it now. See if they can get another sack on third down. Dropping back, it's Hammond. Fires to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Red Raiders will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Running to the left. Got a little space. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. And the Mustangs want to pick up the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
The give to the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Needs it here on fourth down. Unloads to the right. At midfield, he's got room. An explosive play to wrap up the third quarter. Oh, they finally got him out of bounds, but not before. He carried some momentum for his team into the fourth quarter. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Running behind that left side. Knocked down immediately.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Taken in by Smith on the right side. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top on second down. Over the middle, it's Smith. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Mustangs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Motion from the wide receiver. From the red zone, looking for a space. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Sets his feet, it's Jennings. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Finds a crease at the 20. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Right back to the well. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. Turning it on. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Sends it back in motion. Direct snap. It's Dickey. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Out wide right, it's Coleman Williams. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.